City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's going on, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks, and I got the 2023 Defining Moments Jordan 11s, also known as the Gratitude 11s, currently scheduled to release Saturday, December 9th in full family sizing. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I also have the original pair from the 2006 Defining Moments package, so I'm going to go over all the differences between these and the new retro. I'm going to put these on and step around them so I can see the look on feet. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on these. Then I'm going to talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Patent leather looks nice. As I'm sure you all know, or at least have heard, we have a all leather upper on these as opposed to the mesh that the original pair has. And that leather is tumbled, as you can see. The Jumpman on these has a little bit more shine on it than the 2006 pair does. It's got a more like metallic look, and I'm gonna compare those right next to each other in a few. But if you look over here, we got a better look at this leather upper. And I want y'all to do me a favor and leave a comment letting me know how you feel about this leather upper. Was it a good idea? Was it a bad idea? Should they have kept the mesh? Let me know how you feel. Here's the other side. Now I'll talk more about this when we look at the outsole from the bottom, but the outsole on these has this foggy looking, milky looking tint on it that the 7210 Jordan 11s have. Then also these have the higher patent leather cut that's on all new 11s that the 2006 pair did not have. Here from the back, you can see that 23 up there really popping out. Kind of feels the same as this Jumpman right here. On the 2006 pair, you can see it's more printed looking, but on these, you can see that it's different. If you ever look at the backside of the tongue on any Jordan 11s, they have this little patch on it which says quality basketball products inspired by the greatest player ever. And this is on every Jordan 11 tongue. That says it just like this every single time. But on the 2023 Defining Moments, or Gratitudes I guess I should say, it says quality basketball product created in gratitude by the greatest player ever. And then also on the sides it says thank you in that same little font that is on the tongue on Jordan 11s. Now for those of y'all who didn't know, this text on the strip on the Jordan 11s tongue always says Jumpman Jordan. Y'all probably thought this was just like a bunch of symbols or something in another language, right? Nope. I don't know why it's like such a hard font to read, but that indeed says Jumpman Jordan. And so yeah, that's the same font that they used here on the side saying thank you. But yeah, interior is all black, including the insoles, which have a gold 23 on it that matches this part on the back. And like I was saying before, these have the same outsole that the 7210 Jordan 11s have. Well, not the whole outsole, really, just this translucent part. Because as you can see, the carbon fiber on these is black and gold, just like the original Defining Moments 11s. But everything else, I mean, really everything is like the outsole in the originals, as far as the Jumpman, the black part here and stuff. It's, you know, in the carbon fiber, it's really just the milky tint they gave it. The box for these is pretty ass, I'm not gonna lie. I know they have big shoes to fill, and I didn't think that they would come anywhere close to this Defining Moments package box with the split 6 and 11s boxes and the outer gold part. It's beautiful. I think it's the best package ever. So yeah, I didn't expect this to be anything like that, but I feel like they could have did a little better. It's really just a plain black box. You know, they got the white on the bottom or whatever, but this is it. They got the Jumpman on the top, 23 on the side. This is the front. Got this little gold part right here. In here it says thank you once again in that gold lettering. In here on the paper it says thank you in a bunch of different languages. Clearly they thankful as hell. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 11 Retro, white, metallic gold, and black. Here's a quick all around view of the shoe. Let's see they look on feet.
No lie, I ain't playing, that's a DMP. Got the 6s and 11s from the DMP. Still got a lot of pairs from the CDPs. And the soul still clear on my DB3s. I'ma spend all my money to make it back. I just ran up a bag of my Vapor Max. I'm from New Jersey, so when I buy sneakers and clothes, I don't gotta pay the tax. I'ma just throw in some babes, maybe some roses, chillin', I'm cozy. Watching the Grinch with my little cousin on Christmas while rockin' the Kobe's. If you really know me, you know I don't give a fuck. I'ma wear what I want.
Now, before I start discussing anything else, I want to do a quick recap on all the differences between these two pairs. So the biggest and most obvious is the leather upper on the 2023 pair versus the mesh that the original 2006 pair has. On the outsole, they gave the 2023 pair that foggy, milky looking 7210 Jordan 11 outsole, as opposed to the clear translucent one that they did on the 2006 pair. The Jumpman's a little bit more shiny on the 2023 pair. Kind of looks more like metal than the 2006 one does. The 23s back here were put on differently. On the 06 pair, it seems like it was printed on. And on this pair, it almost seems like it's like plastic and was like glued on or something. 2023 pair has a higher patent leather cut right here than the 06 pair does. And you can see it's the same way on the other side. This patent leather is definitely just a thicker cut than this right here. It's really low right here on the 06 pair. And there's some more other minor details like the difference in the patch on the back of the tongue. The insoles, 2023 pair has a 23 on the insole, and the 06 pair has the Jumpman with the air under it. The 06 pair came with this Defining Moments hang tag that the 2023 pair did not, because allegedly they're not a Defining Moments 11. And I wasn't going to mention the box in this because it's so obvious, but yeah, the box as well. We showed this one before. If you've never seen this package before, it comes actually like this in this big gold box. When you open it up, you got the Jordan 6s on this side. Other sides for the 11s. Obviously nothing's in there right now because I got the 11s out. Paper says 91 and 96 for the years that the 6s and 11s came out. And this also, they really went crazy with this. It comes with a little booklet. It's got this whole thing in here. They really went hard on this package, like Jordan. And the outer box, of course. I don't really consider this a difference because, like I said, I was not expecting the new pair to have anything like this. But I just wanted to show y'all this for those of you who've never seen a complete Defining Moments package with all the, accessories.
Now, it's kind of hard for me to say this because I was hating on these at first, but I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty nice. As a person who has the 06 pair in the immaculate condition that mine are in, I personally didn't care how good or bad this retro was gonna be because I knew I didn't really need them. But when I heard the Defining Moments 11 retro was gonna have a leather upper, I just knew it was gonna be an automatic pass for me because that just sounds crazy. Like, nobody wanted these to be leather. But I gotta say, it doesn't look bad at all. Leather is also a lot easier to clean than mesh, so that's a plus for them being this way. I enjoy the 06 pair being mesh, but one thing about them is I was always worried about that upper getting dirty. I mean, it didn't stop me from wearing them, but like this, I'm not even really worried about because it's leather. Like, if you get a little dirt or something on these, you could really just wipe it off from here. Whereas these, once the dirt gets in that mesh, it's over. Well, it's not over. It's a problem. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty fire. When you compare them to the 06 pair, it's like, oh, why they changed the mesh? This leather is trash. Oh, they messed up the outsole. Like, it really just seems like they just ruined the retro. But when you just look at this shoe alone, without any comparisons or, expectations from previous releases, it's really a nice looking shoe. But it's just gonna be hard to appreciate them because it's impossible to look at these without making that comparison. Unless you just got into sneakers and you don't know about the DMPs, like, you can't look at these and not think of them. I don't care what name they want to call it. I can call it gratitude or whatever. Like, we know what you was thinking of when you made this shoe. And, at first I was thinking that it was weird that these didn't come with the hang tag that the 06 pair did, especially because they did it on the Defining Moment 6s when they re-released. But now that I think about it, like I said before, they didn't get it because it's not supposed to be a Defining Moment shoe. And you know what that makes me think? Because I know Jordan Brand does stuff like this. They're gonna give us this shoe. They knew that people wanted a Defining Moments 11 retro. You know, they haven't came out since 06. They knew people wanted that. They also knew that if they re-released the shoe and made changes like they always do, that we would still buy them. Like, we're gonna complain, but at the end of the day, regardless of what we gotta say about any of the changes that they made, they're still gonna sell out every single pair, no problem. So now we all get these Gratitude 11s that isn't the exact Defining Moments 11s that we wanted, but we settled for them or grew to like them. And now at this point, Jordan Brand can re-release the Defining Moments 11s with the mesh upper and the gold hang tag and all the Defining Moments paraphernalia and stuff whenever they want. Like, they could even do this next year, and I know that sounds crazy. They wouldn't even do that next year after dropping these, but like, they could really do that and would still sell out every single pair. And y'all know that's true. They do it all the time. It's just like 2013 Chicago 1s. They know we didn't want that Jumpman on the back and the Jumpman on the tongue instead of the Nike Air, but it had been so long since Chicago 1s re-released that like a lot of us were just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I want Chicago 1s. I know the originals, they have the Jumpman on the back. I don't really want them like that, but you know what, I'm gonna settle. Because those sold out. Then 2 years later, 2015, they made Chicago 1s again without those differences. You know, they made them more like the original. And then we all went and bought those. Now, personally, I never grabbed the 2013 pair, so I'm saying we as if I was one of those people, and I wasn't. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people went and bought that 2013 pair because it'd been so long since we got a Chicago 1s retro. And then 2 years later, they gave us what we really wanted. And even though a lot of people had already spent the money on the 2013 pair and probably still had them in good condition, they was just like, you know what, nah, I need the real Chicago 1s, and went and bought the 2015 pair. So like I said, they're not gonna do that like next year, like I said, or probably not even in a 2-year span like they did the Chicago 1s, but regardless of when they do it, it's gonna happen eventually. They're gonna re-release the Defining Moments 11s with all the details that we liked at some point in the future. And this was just kind of like a little in-between teaser to just, you know, take some more of our money in between. But yeah, I know people are gonna call these DMPs and Defining Moments regardless, so I don't know if Gratitude's gonna stick, but that's the nickname that Jordan and Nike are pushing for these. And for those of you who don't know, gratitude means to like be thankful or to show appreciation. So that's the reason behind the excessive thank yous all over the shoe. You know, they think there's twice on the tongue, again inside the box, and then again all over the paper inside in like 100 different languages. You know, I'm glad Jordan appreciates us that much, but for all that, this really could have been a Thanksgiving shoe. Like, you so thankful for us, drop the shoe 2 weeks earlier and make it make sense. All these thank yous on the shoe. But yeah, these will definitely be an instant sellout. I'm sure they're gonna produce more than 1 million pairs of these like they've been doing for the December 11s releases for the past few years at least. So you should have a solid chance at getting them for retail. But at the same time, there's going to be a very high demand for these. You know, a lot of people want these for Christmas. Botters are going to be on them heavy. So it may actually be tough to get a pair. I know retail on men's sizes is supposed to be $230, which is $5 more than the Varsity Red 11s from last year. And since the Varsity Reds in GS sizes was $185 last year, I'm assuming that the Gratitudes will be $190 for GS. And even with that high retail price, resellers should still be able to eat off of these with no problem. If you are going to resell these, you definitely want to sell them as soon as you can while they're hot. Like I just said, a lot of people want these as a Christmas present and they come out the night. So you got about a 17-day window to really get the most out of them profit-wise. You're definitely going to want to sell to somebody local or somebody you could ship to directly, because if you sell on the apps, after paying that high retail and shipping and taxes if applicable, and then dealing with the fees for the selling apps, like, you're going to be making little to nothing, and that's really not necessary for a shoe like this when damn near everybody's going to want them. You'll be able to walk outside your crib and hold the shoe up, and somebody's going to say, yo, what size? Let me get those. You know what I mean? You may be able to sell these for the high to a last-minute desperate Christmas shopper. It happens all the time, every year, especially once you get to that real crunch time, December 23rd, December 24th, where it's too late to get anything shipped to you. Some stores are closed for the holidays already, or, you know, a lot of them will still be open, you know, on the 23rd, maybe even the 24th. But the thing is, a lot of these, especially for this shoe at that time of year, all these buy sell trade stores are going to be taxing. If market is $300, they probably gonna be charging $400. So even if they are open, you could beat or match their price. But you would be taking a risk waiting for somebody like that, because let's just say the 23rd passes, 24th passes, and you don't find anybody, you're gonna end up being stuck with these until after Christmas. And by then, like, most people gonna have them already. It's gonna start to get a little tougher to sell them. I mean, you'll still be able to sell them, but probably for less than you would have been able to like last week. So with that being the case, if you're gonna resell these, I think it's best to just get them off as soon as you get them, because the price on these is only gonna go down as people get more pairs. There's gonna be a lot of pairs out. A lot of people are gonna be trying to resell them, and you know how that seller's competition will drive the price down. Definitely want to sell them before Christmas. I think they'll be around like $300 to $330 at first, and I'm thinking as we get closer to Christmas, they may go down to like $280 in certain size, maybe, and then from there they'll start to go down a little bit, even more so after New Year's. So good luck to everybody on copping these. I'm wishing you the best of luck and getting them in your size for retail. If this video was helpful on formal in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, if you haven't done so already, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you tap the little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.